Hello students, now let us move on to Unit 5. In Unit 5 we are going to see about macros. So what is a macro? Macro is nothing but a C preprocessor is a macro processor. It is used automatically by the C compiler to transform your program before actual compilation, right? So before your compilation, the program will undergo some modifications, either to include some files or to include a part of a code or to go for an expansion of a particular word or a statement, right? So that since it has been done before compilation, you call that to be a pre-processing, right? So you have some 4 separate facilities are available under your pre-processing. So like what I told you, inclusion of header files, macro expansion, conditional compilation, and line control, right? So what is this file inclusion means? If I want to include a particular file into my program, right, that will be done in a pre-processing stage. So that file can be either a header file or it can be an user defined file, right? So for that, what is a thing we need to include is hash include. So hash include here the file, right? So here less than, greater than symbol, and here if you want to specify the file name, then I can specify here, right? Since this less than, greater than sign indicates what? It to tell that the file is going to be the system file, or it is been available in a predefined system directories, right? Now I can also write like this, hash include, within double quotes I can write my file name. Then in that case I will search that particular file name in the particular directory, in the current working directory. Here I will search the particular given file name in the system directory, predefined directories, and here I will be searching in the current directory, right? Now whatever the special characters I use, that will be considered part of your file name. For example, if you take hash include, right, now here I have x/*y, right? Here it is not going to be the special character, it is being considered as part of a character, right? And the next one is going to be a macro. Macro is nothing but an abbreviation, right? So is a symbol that is recognized by the preprocessor and replaced by the macro body, and commonly used to give symbolic names to numeric constants. So generally we use hash define, right, to define a macro. For including your header file you have hash include. For defining the macro you have hash define, right? And this is going to be the name of the macro, and this is the number. So this is nothing but giving the name for a numeric constant. So wherever I have buffer, that will be replaced with 1024. So I can call it as the name given to a numeric constant. It can also be used as an abbreviation. Here I can have a statement, and wherever I have buffer, in those places I will substitute that particular statements, right? And generally this will be written in capital letter. Even if you write in small letter, you don't have any problem, right? And I can also go on multiple lines, right? It is not necessary that this hash define must end in particular line. Usually your C statements end with a semicolon, right? Here I need not end it with in the same line. I can auto move on to my next line. In that case I have to use a backslash or new line to indicate that the macro has not end in that particular statement. It is being continued to the next line, right? So this is what the example, hash define. Here number is going to be the name of the macro, and here I have 1 comma, right? After this 1 comma, it is not going to be the end of the macro. I am continuing to the next line by means of a backslash, and 2 comma backslash, and then I have a 3, right? So in the program, if I have int x square bracket equal to numbers, then in the place of numbers I will be having what? 1 comma 2 comma 3, Is that clear? So when it is being expanded, it will be substituted as it is in the single line, right? Since here I can also write it using a backslash. Clear? Right. So whenever you are writing the macro, you should take care of two things. One is you should not have a equal to sign. For example, you cannot write bufflen equal to 1024. Is that clear? Because it is not like assignment statement. You are substituting, it is nothing but an abbreviation like, right? So here I should not write bufflen equal to 1024. Hash define pi 3.14. Semicolon should not be there at the end of your macro. Is that clear? Right, these two things you should consider whenever you are writing the macro. Now when I say about macro, your macro can also act like a function. So function like macros, right, can also define macros whose looks like a function call. So I can also have like a function call. So whenever you are defining a macro like a function call, then you should have a parenthesis. So hash define, this is going to be the name of the macro, followed by a parenthesis. Immediately you should have a parenthesis. If you leave the space in between, then it considers that as an ordinary macro. Right? So if you want to have a macro with argument, or your macro should act like a function, then you should not leave the space in between. So max, immediately you should have a open parenthesis x comma y. So here I can have a statement, right? Now we'll see what are all the differences you have between the macro and the functions, right? And in the functions, you should compulsorily match the types. But here in macros, it is not necessary to match your types, right? And the function argument is evaluated once, whereas your macro argument is evaluated each time when it is being encountered in your program, right? And here, whenever you have a function call, already we have seen whenever we see functions, whenever you have a function call, the control will be transferred and all the details about the address, local variables, everything has to be stored in a record, right, in a stack. So the overhead of function call is being avoided in case of your macros, right? So now let us see one simple example and to differentiate between your macros and the function, right? So here this is going to be the function int double x. So here it is going to be the plus sign, right? So I made a mistake. So it is a plus. So x plus x, right? So here u equal to 10 and v equal to double of, here I have written u plus plus. So u plus plus means what? First u will be passed here and then it will be incremented, right? So 10 will be passed here. So 10 will be passed here, right? So x plus plus means what? 10 plus 10, 20 will be assigned to v, right? And plus plus means 10 plus plus means it will be incremented to 11. This is a function, right? Now in case of your macros, in macros what happens? U equal to 10 db, this is going to be the macro. So wherever you have a macro, that will be expanded to what? Here the expansion will be x plus x. So what is my x here? This u plus plus is going to be my x. So wherever I have x, in that place I am going to have u plus plus. Is that clear? So just substituting, in the place of x I am going to use u plus plus. Similarly in the place of x I am going to have u plus plus. So u plus 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 u plus plus. So here what is going to be my v? Initially it is going to be 10, right? So plus, this is incremented now. So here it will take 11. So 10 plus 11 is going to be 21. Now what is going to be my u value? Last u value 11 and then I have to post increment my value. So 11 plus 1 is going to be 12. Is that clear? So that is a difference between your macros and functions. Here in the function it is taking my x and x value. It is not substituting this u plus plus here. but in case of macros it's just a substitution in the place of your variables. Is that clear? Some mere a substitution, right? So we'll see one example here. Write a program to calculate area of a circle using macro. So here using the macro I am going to calculate the area of a circle. So hash include stdio.h. This is nothing but what? File inclusion directive. Here this stdio.h is being searched in the predefined directory, right? Hash define means we are defining the macro, and macro usually starts with the capital letters, will be in a capital letter, but you can also write it in a small letter, but generally to differentiate with the normal variables you'll use a capital letters. Since it is a function like macro, you need to have a parenthesis immediately following the macro name, so x, and then here wherever you have area of x, that will be replaced with this statement. Is that clear? Right. So area of a circle is what? 22 by 7 into r square, right? Radius. So int main float r1 r2 area. I am taking 2 radius here. Printf enter the radius. I am reading the first radius value. And then I am calculating. See, just I am giving area r1, right? So this r1 will be coming here, right? So in the place of x I am going to have r1, right? So here also r1, here also r1. This 22.7 into r1 into r1 will be substituted here. Is that clear? In function that value will be returned, but here in the place of this will be replaced by 22/7 into r1 into r1. This will be replaced. Is that clear? This will be replaced. 22/7. Is that clear? Or else you can write it as 3.14 pi r square. Right? Right. So similarly print the area. Similarly read the another radius, and similarly wherever you have area, again you have 22/7 into r2 into r2. Or else in the place of 22/7 you can also substitute what? 3.14. Is that clear? Right. Now the next one is defining the pi value. Okay, here I have calculated here function like macro, but here it is a normal macro. Just to differentiate these two things, I have written two programs with the same concept, right? So hash include stdio.h, hash define pi 3.1414, int main float r1 area. I am reading the radius value. Wherever I have pi, in the place of pi 3.14 will be substituted. So this is a macro substitution. In the place of this I am going to substitute 3.1414. Is that clear? Into r1 into r1. And then printing the area. Clear? Right. Now in the same way you can write a program to find greatest of 3 numbers using macro. Now I need to find the greatest of 3 numbers. Okay. So you know the concept. What is the concept? First I have to check the first number with 2 things. So a greater than b, a greater than c. Then I have to print the greatest is going to be a. Else I need to check b with c, and then I am going to confirm that whichever is greater, either b or c. That is what we have done here. So what we have done here, we have taken 3 arguments. So I am defining a function like macro, a comma b comma c. I am checking a with b, right? So I am first checking a with b. If a is greater, then this will be executed. If a is greater, right? If b is greater, else. Now else we have to move on to here, right? Now here if this condition A is greater than C, right? A is greater means I am checking whether A is greater than C. If A is greater than both B and C, then I have to